What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, I'm back with shelf number 4 of my standard DVD horror collection from A to Z. Just a disclaimer again, guys, because it just keeps coming up over and over again. This is just the standard stuff. All my favorite companies and stuff are not part of this first bunch of videos. So that, of course, will include everything Anchor Bay, Blue Underground, you know, whatever, Unearthed Films, Synapse, you guys get the picture, Mondo, Macabro, blah, blah, blah. This is just all the standard stuff, because I've organized my entire collection into companies except for this stuff. It's just easier for me to find, and I like it better that way. So anyways, guys, let's get right into this. Shelf number 4 here. First up here is Contagion. Not necessarily a full-blown horror film, but you know, it's one of these virus-type films, and I put these in the collection. It's got a really good cast. Contagion actually surprised me, for how good it actually was, so pretty cool stuff. Next up here, we got The Convent from 2000. I love this movie. This movie is so fantastic. Kind of overlooked, maybe a little bit, maybe because of the time period it came out in. It's kind of like a Night of the Demons ripoff in a sense, about these, these people that go to this, I think it's like a frat house type deal thing, and they get possessed by demons. It's fun. I really enjoy it. Cooties, this was a really big hit, I believe, even last year. I didn't really find this movie that great, to be honest. I didn't find it funny. I hated the ending of it. I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of it, to be honest. Caroline, yes, I have that in here. It's good, man. I enjoy Caroline. Kids horror. Cornered, starring Steve Guttenberg. Yes, that's right, Steve Guttenberg, in a slasher film that takes place all in a corner store. I like this film, man. It's not like phenomenal or anything, but it's pretty enjoyable. Of course, we have Corpse Bride in here. I love Corpse Bride. It's so good. Such a good film. Corpse Mania from 1981. This is a Shaw Brothers film. It's like an Asian giallo. It's fantastic. Such a great film. So many good Shaw Brothers films from this era. I think there was like 3 good ones that came out in 81 alone. So check out Corpse Mania if you haven't. It's really good. Really good stuff. The Cottage. One that I really enjoyed. I think this one came out, I want to say maybe like the mid-2000s or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty good, man. There's this one decapitation in this film. Fuck. It just always makes me laugh, man. It's hilarious. Cottage Country. Trying to, I don't know, man. This one right here, these fucking not zomcoms, I guess, these horror comedies and shit. I don't know, man. Sometimes they just don't do it for me. This one right here had its moments, but it was okay. It wasn't really the greatest. It wasn't terrible or anything, but Countdown. This was a really fucking cool film, man. Asian stuff, all set in like an apartment type deal. The ending was kind of a little bit of a letdown, but overall, pretty cool film. Definitely give it a shot. It's pretty damn cool. The Cradle. This is like a Canadian film that I'm having a hard time remembering all the details to it. I remember it being okay. I think there was some bad effects in it, but yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one. Cradle of Fear, starring Danny Filth, of course, from Cradle of Filth. They do the soundtrack to this one and stuff. Anthology style film. Again, this one is a film that I've heard everything from amazing to total shit fest. I'm really kind of in the middle on this one. It's pretty average to me. There's some good stuff going on in this one, but I thought it could have been better. I think some of the shorts could have been better. I don't know. That's just me. The Craft. I'm not overly the hugest fan of this film, to be honest. I know this one gets a lot of love. A lot of people love this 90s film. It's good. It's a decent film. It's just not one of my favorites. It didn't even make my top 10 of 96, so, it is what it is, The Craft. It has its fans. Crash, I put this in here. Cronenberg's very, very odd tale of people that get off on car crashes and shit. It's just such a weird film with James Spader and Holly Hunter. Oh, it's so brilliant, though. It's such a brilliant film. I love it. Next up here is Crawl or Die. Now, if you've never seen Crawl or Die, you got to check this out, man. It's such a phenomenal independent film. It's probably the most claustrophobic, and it's one of those films that makes you feel so uncomfortable while you're watching it that you almost have to look away. It's crazy. You just got to see it, man. This girl that's trapped in these kind of like these holes, like these tunnel things, and she's being chased by creatures and shit. It's fucked up, man. It's really good, man. It's such a good film. It's amazing how they shot that thing. The Crazies remake. You know, when I saw this film in the theater, I didn't really care for it a whole lot. It kind of grew on me, though. I do prefer Romero's, you know, original film to this one, but this actually did kind of grow on me. I think it's pretty decent. The original one, of course, is in the Anchor Bay collection. Crazy Murder. I did a full-length review for this one. Holy shit, man. All I can say is holy shit, and I emphasize shit. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. This movie's disgusting. It's really, really disgusting. Like, dry heaving. Disgusting. Creature with Sid Haig. Honestly, man, this one got took a lot of shit, man. I actually really enjoyed this one. I thought it was pretty fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm like the only fan of it, but I liked it. Creature feature. Another one I did a full-length review for. Anthology style film. Set on Halloween. Not bad. You know, it has its moments. Definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. Creep, Tim Rader's Creep. I love this movie. Big fan of Tim Rader. I think he's just he's an amazing independent filmmaker, in my opinion. He does lots of really interesting stuff. Probably not everyone's cup of tea, but definitely check out Creep. It's outrageous and uncut. Yeah, it's good stuff. Creep. Here's another really good one, set in a kind of like a subway system type deal. Awesome. Really enjoyed this film. Good stuff. Creepies, not really the greatest. It has its moments, though. It's okay. Creepshow 3. Yes, Creepshow 3. I know this one has just... The consensus on this one is that it's, you know, the biggest piece of shit in the world. I think if this one wasn't called Creepshow 3, it would probably get a little more respect. Just having the name Creepshow 3 being associated with the first two Creepshows is... you know, it's really bringing it down. It's not great or anything, but it's not the worst thing in the world I've ever seen. I've seen way worse anthology films, but yeah. Of course, the other two Creepshows I have multiple copies of in different parts of the room. Creep Van. I enjoyed this one, man. I thought it was fantastic. I like the premise, man. I really like the whole Creep Van thing, and just the title Creep Van is great, so you can't go wrong with this, man. A scary homage to 80s horror movies. Yes. Crescendo. This is a cool one, man, from early 70s, about this girl that moves she's like an American and moves to England. She's doing she's studying over there and stuff. She ends up moving in with this rich family and shit, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I actually really enjoyed the Crescendo. It's a good film, man. Crimson, fuck, dude, I can't remember this one for the life of me, but I think that Tom, the Horsball, has a part in this. I think he's actually in this film. It's been so long since I've seen this one. I think it's more on the level of like action type deal with horror elements, but I can't quite remember. It's weird. Crimson Peak. I thought this movie was really phenomenal. I need to pick this Blu-ray up, man, because I think this is one that definitely needs to be seen on Blu-ray too. But I thought it was good, man. A lot of people thought it was kind of boring and shit. I thought it was really good. Critters, yes, representing 86. I still can't believe that this movie got 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert. That just blows my mind. That's crazy shit, but Critters, good stuff. Critters 2, just as fun, in my opinion. I like Critters 2. Critters 3, introducing Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, Leo. And then the ridiculous Critters 4, in space. Of course it's got to be in space, you know. But probably my least favorite. Crocodile, this is Toby Hooper's Crocodile. Not very good at all. Not good at all. Another film called Crocodile, which I have a few more films called Crocodile too around the room. This one here, Herman Cohen production. This is like an Asian one, and it's really low budget and shit. I think it's a transfer on this though from VCI. It's pretty whatever, but this movie's fucking terrible. Really bad stuff. Really bad. Got great cover art though. Kronos, Del Toro's Kronos, fantastic film. I really need to upgrade this to the Blu-ray. It's been on my Criterion list for way too long. On my very short Criterion list, but yeah, that one I need to upgrade. Crow's Nest, found footage film released by IFC. This one has its moments. It fell flat for me, but you know, it definitely has. This one had potential to be pretty damn good. I think it faltered in a few different aspects of the film, but yeah, I don't know. It was okay though. It had a decent premise, anyways. Crowley. This one was written by Bruce Dickinson. Not a bad film, you know, it's not overly the greatest, but it's definitely not a bad first offering from Dickinson, and, you know, it's okay. Cry Wolf, unrated. Now, this is another one that gets a lot of hate. I actually enjoy this film. I think more people seem to have seen the rated version of this film, because I've actually mentioned to a few people that there's an unrated version. I'm like, really? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make a whole lot of difference. I think this one does have a little bit more gore in it. I think that's the difference. I don't know. I can't quite remember. Cube, Canadian classic, man. I mean, really, this is, the film that kind of influenced Saw, in my opinion. But yeah, amazing. Cube is awesome. Everyone knows Cube. The not so great Cube 2 Hypercube. The effects in this film are so beyond laughable. It's hilariously bad. Hilariously bad. Definitely better than Cube 2 is Cube 0. Still not great. Definitely doesn't live up to the first one, but it has its moments. I can't wait to actually review those on the podcast. Cujo, 25th anniversary. I never upgraded this film. It's not really one of my favorite movies. Probably one of my least favorite Stephen King adaptations, to be honest. Book's so much better than the film, but it has its moments. Curandero, however you say that. Dawn of the Demon. It's okay. Not really the greatest thing in the world. It's a Robert Rodriguez Presents type film, so, Spanish type deal. It's okay. It's okay. Cursed, we got some Wes Craven here. Christina Ricci, Shannon Elizabeth. Man, I don't know, man. This way, it's a little too... It's just like bad teeny bopper shit to me, man. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of that. Curse of the Demon, Night of the Demon. Still unopened, but I've seen Curse of the Demon a few times. I love Curse of the Demon. It's fantastic. I think Night of the Demon is a different cut of the film. I think that's what it is. I don't know. But yeah, Curse of the Demon, fantastic stuff. Curse of the Queer Wolf. I have still yet to actually watch this film, to be honest. I need to check this one out, man. My man, Mr. Snickers22 sent me this one over, and I gotta pop this in one day, man. It's just, the title alone is hilarious. Cut. This is an Aussie slasher film starring Molly Ringwald. As you can see up in the corner there. Kylie Minogue is in this film too. That's crazy. I actually like this film. I like the premise of it too. It's kind of an interesting premise that I think was executed pretty well. Actually, this type of premise has been done before with these supernatural type slashers and stuff, but this one I thought did pretty well. Cut Her Out. This is a midnight releasing film. I did a full-length review for this one also. It's actually pretty good. I thought this one had a lot of decent moments in it and stuff. It's very kind of psychological and, stuff like that, but actually a pretty decent film. Cutthroat. Man, this one is so bad. It's so bad, it's actually laughable. But honestly, pretty fun. It's pretty fun, to be honest. I actually didn't mind that film. Cutting Class. With Brad Pitt, Jill Sholin, of course. You know what, man? I really dig this film. I think it's actually pretty fun. Yeah, I think it's cool. Cyrus, Mind of a Serial Killer, with, of course, Daniel Harris, Lance Hendrickson, Brian Cruz in this film. Another one I actually kind of enjoyed. This one, kind of got a little bit of hate and stuff. I thought it was decent, though. I liked Daniel Harris in that film. Was really good. Daddy's Little Girl, an absolutely amazing film. Amazing. One of the best ones the last few years, in my opinion. It's just relentlessly brutal. It's so brutal, but the premise, if you had a kid that was abducted and found raped and murdered, you would probably end up doing the same shit. This one is nasty. It really, really hits home, man. It's an amazing film. Everyone should check that out. Dagon. H.P. Lovecraft's Dagon. Fun film. Of course, from Stuart Gordon directed this one. I always wondered why this was not released by Full Moon. It just seems like a Full Moon film for sure. But Dagon, very cool. Cool stuff. Dahmer. This is a great telling of the Dahmer story with Jeremy Renner. Yeah, I was going to say Jeremy Rennie. Jeremy Renner, who plays Dahmer in this film, really does such a great job, man. This one is such an underrated film, and, it came out that period where they had the Ted Bundy one, the Gacy, the Ed Gein one, with all the same type of covers, and they look very generic and shitty. I recommend pretty much all the films. I haven't seen the Gacy one yet, actually. That's the one I'm missing from the collection. But all the other ones are pretty good. Ed Gein's really damn good. Dahmer's good. Ted Bundy's pretty good. But yeah, Dahmer, this is probably the best one. I enjoyed that I've seen. Dahmer vs. Gacy. More, very comedic take on, two serial killers who start battling each other. It is absolutely hilarious. So funny. Danica, this is one I have not actually checked out yet, with the sexy Marissa Tomei. Ugh, I gotta check that out, man. Dark Age, of course, with John Jarratt, man, from 1988. Killer Croc film, so fantastic. I love the subtext in this film, and it's very political and stuff. It's very cool, man. Awesome Killer Croc film. One of the best ones out there. Dark Dealer, thanks to my homeboy Matt for reminding me about this one. This is a film I actually had on a list to get forever. Completely forgot about it. I saw it in one of his updates about a month ago or whatever. Had to grab it. It's an anthology film from the 90s. It's very, very 90s. The effects are super 90s. But hella fun. Super fun stuff. Low budget cheese, but it's good shit, man. It's really good. Dark Harvest, Killer Scarecrow film. Pretty laughable, but they really don't make enough Scarecrow films, man, to be honest. Dark Harvest 2, The Maze. I think this one was actually even called The Maze. I might be thinking of a different movie. I don't know. Dark Harvest 2, more of the same shit, really. And then Dark Harvest 3, Scarecrow. They're all kind of running together to me, so yeah. Anyways. Then we got Dark House. Victor Salva, our boy Victor Salva, the perverted asshole. But again, you can talk all the shit you want about Victor Salva. Personally, he does tend to make pretty damn good movies, hence Jeepers Creepers, Clown House. Dark House, this one actually wasn't mind-blowing, but it was still pretty damn good. I have to give him credit for it. It was pretty good. Dark Skies. I like this movie. I thought it could have been a lot better. I was expecting it to be a little bit better, but, it has its moments. It's okay. Dark Star, of course, John Carpenter's debut, more college-type film that he did. Dan O'Bannon. Yeah, it's fun. It's such a strange oddity, man. It's a weird film. Very, very cool stuff. Dark Universe, Fred Allen Ray's Night Owl Theater. Yes, good stuff. The Dark Stranger. It's a Canadian film that came out last year. It's kind of an interesting film because it starts to get a little bit animated in it and stuff. It has to do with like comics and shit like that. It's a film I need to check out again. I didn't recommend it to a bunch of people and they watched it after, and the consensus seemed to be that they kind of enjoyed the film. So I do need to check it out again. I think I was kind of distracted when I was watching it, but yeah, I don't know. From what my first viewing, it wasn't my favorite. Dark Water, the original Dark Water film, fantastic. I love Dark Water. Really, really great stuff. Then the lackluster American remake with one of my favorite girls in the entire world, Jennifer Connelly. So I actually, it's the reason why I went and checked this out at the cinema, because it's Jennifer Connelly on the big screen. I had to check it out. Yeah, it's more or less the same type of deal, just not as good. So, Dark Wolf. Oh my god. This one, not really the greatest, not gonna lie. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, classic stuff. I also have this on Blu-ray too, but I keep this one for sentimental issues. Yeah, one of the best, not only one of the best TV horror films, but best Scarecrow films really out there. Then we got Darkness here with Anna Paquin. I dig this film, man. I think it's okay. I think it's really cool. Then we got Darkness, the vampire version. I absolutely love this movie, man. The fucking bloodbath in this film is just ridiculous at the end. It's so awesome. If you've never checked out Darkness, man, I've talked about this film a few times. It's very, very low budget. It took a few years to shoot. As a director, Leif Yonker. Like the story is that he shot this on weekends. He'd gather up money, the typical low budget type filmmaking story. It took a few years to shoot and stuff, but got it made, and it's awesome. If you like this low budget stuff, it's really good. Bloody as fucking hell. Darkness Falls, Tooth Fairy story. It's okay. It's really above average in my opinion. It's alright. Darkness Tolls. Oh yeah, this is like a 3 films: Satanic Rites of Dracula, Horror Express, and Horror Hotel. I don't know why I still have this in the collection. I own all those 3 films on different editions. Then we got the fantastic Darling. Absolutely love this film from Mickey Keaton. Great stuff, man. Love Darling. Check it out. Awesome stuff from last year. Dartmoor Killing, I was really not impressed with this film whatsoever. I thought it was actually pretty lackluster, to be honest. It was fucking boring, to be honest. Just a blind buy film I grabbed from Walmart for like $7. Yeah, not good. Dawn of the Mummy. This movie right here is, I really like this film. I love where they shot this film. Apparently this version is actually cut from what I've been told. So this one needs a re-release and it needs to be uncut. I can definitely see where some things would be cut in this film. I think towards the end and stuff, but it's good though, man. It's a cool premise actually. I really like Dawn of the Mummy. Day of the Dead remake with Mia Survey, Ving Rhames, Nick Cannon. Fuck Nick Cannon. I love that shit. Yeah, you know, it's funny, man. If you took the Day of the Dead title off this film, it would actually be pretty entertaining. But as a remake of Day of the Dead, not very good. And directed by Steve Miner. It's crazy, but you know. The Day After. Oh man, this movie is one that'll sit with you for talking about good ass TV films. The Day After is kind of one of these. Well, I don't really want to give too much away from it, but you got to check this out, man. The ending is just epic. It's epic, and it'll sit with you for a long time. It's good shit. The Day the World Ended. I still need to check out this. I believe this is the remake with Randy Quaid and Natasha Kinski. I still need to check that one out. A Day of Violence. My boy Derek sent this over. Which is funny enough, because it actually looks like Derek on the cover. If Derek was all covered in blood, this is what he'd look like. I still need to check this one out. I'm probably going to do a review on it anyway, so. Dead Girl. Yes, this generally would be in the Dark Sky Films release, but I don't have that edition. I've got the Canadian one. Dead Girl, love it so much. Such a brilliant film. It even says right there twice. There's proof. Dead Alive. I mean, really classic Peter Jackson stuff. You know, this is definitely a film that needs like a really super duper awesome collector's edition type release, because Dead Alive's fantastic. It's so much fun. Everyone loves it. The really awesome Deadbirds. I really dig this film, man. I love the whole premise to it. It's awesome stuff. It's kind of like it's like a Western horror film in a sense. Good stuff. Dead Clowns. Yeah, not really the greatest. We got Dead Creatures. I still have not checked this one out. I just picked this up, so I actually picked up all three films part of this trilogy. I think this is part 2 of the Andrew Parkinson's trilogy. So yeah. Then we've got the awesome The Dead from the Ford brothers. I really need to upgrade this to Blu-ray. It's fantastic. Love that movie. Because I have part 2 on Blu-ray. It's so strange. Dead End. Amazing. Amazing film. Love this one. Great Christmas horror. Check it out. It's awesome. Good psychological shit. Dead End. This is another film called Dead End. This is like a slasher film. You know, it's really not the greatest, but it has its moments though. Had a couple parts that actually made me laugh pretty good. Dead Heat. Yes, with Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams, the best actor ever. No. Dead Heat is funny as hell, man. Never grabbed the Blu-ray. I don't know. Deadhead's funny as hell, man, actually. For, you know, kind of a Zomcom type deal. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Dead Mind. I enjoyed this one too. This was kind of, you know, action-y type. I don't know how to really explain it, man, but it was good. It was pretty fun. The Dead Outside. Man, I don't remember this film whatsoever. I watched this one years ago. Can't remember it. I think it was actually pretty damn cool. Very low budget, but pretty cool. Dead Season. This is another one I don't really remember too well, too. I guess that's what happens when you got like 10,000 movies. You know, it's very... I do vaguely remember this one being very kind of generic type zombie shit. Cronenberg's Dead Ringers. A really, really great film. I'm probably not going to grab the Scream Factory Blu-ray though. Yeah, I'm just not paying the $40 for it to upgrade. Just don't need to. Dead Silence. I love this film. Good stuff. Yeah, you know, everyone knows Dead Silence. Dead Snow 2, I really need to grab the Blu-ray. This one's still unopened. I've seen this film a couple times, though. Dead Snow 2 is super, super fun. Everyone knows that one. Dead Sushi. from Noboru Iguchi. Oh my god. This shit is so ridiculous. Not for everybody. If you don't like retarded, you know, Japanese films, then don't check out Dead Sushi. But if you do, and you know, you can not take your shit too seriously, check out Dead Sushi. It's fun, man. It's so literally killer sushi, man. It's literally killer sushi. It's amazing. If you're familiar with Iguchi's work, you know what you're getting yourself into, man. Yeah, he's an absolutely funny as hell director. Dead Time, low budget kind of rock and roll slasher film, I believe. I think that's what it is. I've seen it a while ago. I can't quite remember, but not really the greatest. Dead Tone. Flavor Flav's Night Tales. Now, this film I picked up, and I was like, fuck, it's presented by Flavor Flav. I'll give this thing a shot. It's going to be terrible. It actually wasn't that bad. This one wasn't too bad. So, based on true events, I mean, the premise of it, I mean, they must have, I don't know if it's how true it is to the real events. But I don't know. It definitely had its moments. That's for sure. Stephen King's The Dead Zone. Love this film, man. I really love this film. It's great. Christopher Walken kills it. I love the whole story behind, you know, Stephen King's story is amazing. It's good. It's a really good adaptation, actually. Dead and Gone, completely shit. Dead Hooker in a Trunk from the Soska Sisters, more Canadian goodness. This one, of course, was filmed about where I live. Actually, my buddies used to live right around a lot of the area where they filmed this in it would be like Upper Vancouver. Yeah, Dead Hooker in a Trunk. It's okay. You know, it's not like their best work in my opinion, but it's still pretty fun though. Dead in the Water. Now, this film I haven't seen. This was actually sent to me by mistake. I wasn't even supposed to get this film, so I have no idea what the hell Dead in the Water is. They sent me the wrong movie. Ryan Nicholson's Dead New Girls, more Canadian stuff here. I actually just picked up the sequel to this, More Dead New Girls, so I still need to give that a watch, but I believe it's just actually footage that he cut from his original cut of Gutterballs 2, which I actually got a chance to see Gutterballs 2 before he did his reshoots, and he's re-editing, so it's going to be, when it gets released, it's going to be like a completely different film. So I think some of the footage that, like I said, he used for the sequel of this, because it's got the bowling bag killer in the film, so, which is pretty cool, so. But yeah, Dead New Girls, this is just nasty shit, man. Just Ryan being real nasty and mean-spirited. Dead of Winter, you know, this is one of the films that was part of that, you know, 88 film slasher collection, which makes no sense to me, because this is not a slasher film by any means. It's a good film, but not a slasher film. I'm not going to upgrade, though. I'm happy with my DVD. Completely happy with that. The Dead Sleep Easy. Yeah, I really can't remember this one. I'm not gonna lie, don't know. Deadly End. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. This one right here is one of the sickest films ever made in the history of horror films. It is so disgusting. Now, I talked about a film that I was gagging from earlier. Now, this one right here, like, is seriously one of the nastiest films ever created. Oh my, holy shit, man. If you've seen this film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is brutally gross. It's disgusting. Check it out, peeps. It's awesome. Deadly Game. I think this is a Dutch film, Dutch slasher film. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's one of those deadly type game film, horror films. It's okay. I remember there's one kill in this film. It just made my jaw drop, though, I think. So, Deadly Little Christmas. Pretty cool little independent Christmas-related slasher film with Felissa Rose. It's not, like, mind-blowing or anything, but, you know, if you're into Christmas horror films, you know, you might want to check this one out. It's, you know, pretty cool stuff anyways, so. Deadly Little Christmas. Yeah. All right, next up here, man, we got Dead Time Stories. I do have the Scream Factory Blu-ray on pre-order for this because this DVD from Image looks like complete assholes. So, and I like Dead Time Stories, man. I like it's how it's based on those little kid nursery rhymes and shit. Good shit, man. Can't wait to get that. Dead Time Stories, Romero's Volume 1. These are really bad. I don't like. It sucks that Romero's names are on these two. And here's Volume 2. I actually am curious to recheck these out. I haven't watched these. Well, I think I watched these a couple years ago or something, or tried to. I really gotta watch these again, man. But I keep hearing from everyone that they're so bad. So yeah. Death Factory with Tiffany Shepis. I actually enjoyed this film. It's really low budget. You know, not for everybody, but You know, Tiffany Shepis, I gotta check it out. Love her. Here is like a very strange, I remember back in the day I'd ordered the Scorpion. No, actually, what did no, this was actually before Scorpion had released Death Ship. And I had ordered another film, I don't even remember what it was, but they sent me this fucking thing, and I was like, what the hell? It's like this Korean, like, black or gray market type DVD. So I always kept it because it was always kind of funny to me. Then, of course, you know, Scorpion released Death Ship, and I have that copy in my Scorpion collection. But this one just cracks me up because it's like totally like Chinese. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know. That was a total mistake. I always keep it because it's funny. And I think it's like, it's a different region too, so I can't even really get rid of it. Death Tunnel, not bad, not really great. You know, it has its moments. Death Watch, I love this movie, man. It's like a World War I, set in World War I. Really cool shit, man. I think the setting, it's just grimy, it's wet, it feels cold. It's got a really cool feel to it. Really cool film from 2002. Check it out. Death Do Us Part. Oh my god, this slasher film is fucking terrible. It's so bad. So bad. Definitely one to get rid of. Probably the movie sucks. Death Lantern. Oh shit, man. From Warlock Video. I don't think Warlock Video is around anymore. I actually tried to go to their website about a month ago. And apparently it doesn't exist anymore. So I'm like, holy shit. But this was like newer kind of shot on video stuff that was supposed to be, you know, they were saying it was from like the 80s. It definitely looks like it was. Death of the Lantern, very, very low budget shit. Pretty fun though. Death by VHS. Pretty bad anthology film actually. It was really, really atrocious. Decoys, pretty cool stuff. I like Decoys, man. And Decoys 2, not as good, but I still dig Decoys 2. Not a bad film. Here's one I just picked up. It was a recommendation from my boy Matt, so I need to check out Deep Evil. Looks pretty damn. I like the cover art. It's cheesy. It's cool. Deep Rising. I love Deep Rising. Fantastic water-based horror. Good stuff. Speaking of water-based, Deep Star 6. Now this DVD right here is actually cut. Still sealed up. I've seen this film before, so I went out and grabbed the VHS of it, which is actually like the full version of the film. I think it's got like the extra 8 or 9 minutes or whatever. No idea why this artisan DVD is cut. Makes no sense, but yeah. Deep in the Woods. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, again, you know, it's a very typical type wood slasher film. Delivery. About a pizza boy that's fucking taking out people. Sorry about the glare, guys, but yeah, it's okay. It's pretty funny. Deliver from Evil. I have not watched that yet. The Demented. I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty decent. Yeah, decent film. Then we got Demon Lust with Brink Stevens and Tom Savini. I think Tom Savini's only in this for like a minute, but really, man, Brink Stevens and Tom Savini in a film called Look how bad this cover is. And it's really, really bad. Oh no, maybe Tom Savini is in this film. I can't even remember it, man, to be honest, but it's been a while since I've seen it. The Demon's Rook, love this movie. This was one of my favorites, which kind of got fucked on this one because I was told that it didn't count from 2015, I believe it was, and it turns out it did. Blah, 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 so that's why I don't see it on any list, but yeah, I love this movie. Really cool demon shit. Speaking of awesome demon films, Demon Seed. This one just got announced by Warner Brothers. You know, their Warner Archive collection on Blu-ray, so that's pretty cool. But I don't know if I'll upgrade. But I love this film, Demon Seed. Fantastic film. Demon Warriors. This one was pretty interesting. Kind of like it's like action. Well, you know, from producers of Ong Bak and The Protector, so you pretty much know what you're going to get with this one. It's like a horror-based, you know, kung fu shit. The Den. Love this movie. Thought it was really fantastic. The Den really did it for me. Good shit. Good technological type film. The Dentist. Yes. Corbin Bernstein. Amazing. We all know The Dentist. Awesome 90s shit right there. The not, you know, definitely not as good as the first one, but The Dentist 2 still has its moments, and it's worth the watch, man. I like The Dentist. It's good shit. The Depraved. Now, this one definitely had its moments. I thought it was, yeah, it was decent, man. It's, you know, it's one of those films where, you know, the chick has to escape being abducted and blah, blah, blah and stuff. But, you know, it was okay. The Descent. classic. Love The Descent. The Descent 2, not as good, but, you know, The Descent 2. Destined to be Ingested. Wow, man. This one right here, I have to probably put on a future Top 10 Tuesday of top 10 worst films in my collection, and this one has definitely got to make it on there. This movie sucks so bad. Sucks. Detention. You know what? I might be the only one that likes this film, but I thought this shit was fun as hell. I like the pace in this film. It was so fast and just kind of witty and shit. I don't know. I had fun with it. Detention of the Dead. This copy is not open. I have seen this film before. I think I watched it on Netflix, and yeah, it was okay. It actually made me laugh pretty good. Devil. Horror in an Elevator. Actually pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I like the script. The Devils. Ken Russell's The Devils. This shit is amazing, amazing. I don't think we'll ever see like the full uncut version of this film, but this one's pretty much, I think, as good as you're gonna get right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing shit right here. The Devils is awesome. Check it out. Devil Doll. This one's from like the early 60s, like ventriloquist. I'm actually stuck to my other shit. There we go. My arm was literally stuck to my shelf. Devil Doll. I enjoyed this, man. I know some people don't really care for it, but I think it's pretty cool, man. Look at that little fucking thing. Creepy ass. Yeah. Devil Girl. I love this movie. It's very kind of like psychedelic, and it's very visual and shit like that. It's a fucking cool film, man. Devil's Highway. Yeah, you know, it's okay. It definitely had its moments. You know, road horror type deal. The Devil's Incarnate. I still have not even watched this one yet. I can't comment on it. The Devil's Rejects. Classic. Also have it on Blu-ray. Keep that one for features. I think it's different than the Blu-ray. I'm going to have to double check that. The Devil's Rock. Absolutely love this movie. So good. Good shit, man. I love this kind of Nazi exploitation type shit. Good shit, man. Check out The Devil's Rock. Awesome. The Devil's Seed, I enjoyed this one too. Got terrible cover art, but you know, give this one a shot. It's pretty fun. Here's one I haven't even opened yet. I got this for like $1. The Devil of Blue Mountain. Sub Rosa Studios. It's probably like a $50 budget. Devour. Not bad. It's okay. Diagnosis Death. This one actually had some pretty funny parts. You know, look at this fucking cover. As funny as Shaun of the Dead, more horrific than Severance. So you pretty much know what you're getting yourself into there. This is like a comedy horror film that's, you know, definitely not as funny as Severance. I can't stand Shaun of the Dead, but Diagnosis Dead, pretty fun. Ruggero Deodato's Dial Help. Yes, with Charlotte Lewis. Killer Telephone, man. Killer Telephone film. Awesome. I think I reviewed this on my Ruggero Deodato theme week a long time ago, a couple years ago. Die and Let Live. Funny, low-budget zomcom. This shit was hilarious, man. I fucking die laughing at that film. It's pretty funny shit. Diebecue. This is another Warlock video. Same shit. Shot on video. Low-budget stuff. Ridiculous fun. Roger Corman's Dino Croc for Super Gator. You know exactly what you're getting yourself into with that one. CG Fest. The Disappearance of Alice Creed. I still have not seen this original film, believe it or not. Yeah, so I've even reviewed the remake. Disturbia. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It's basically Rear Window. Yeah, it's pretty good actually, man. With Shia LaBeouf. How do you fucking say his name here? And we got Dr. Blood's Coffin from like the early 60s. Low budget cheese, man. Low budget cheese. Move that up in there. And then we got some more Zomcom stuff here with Doghouse from IFC. This shit was funny as hell. I enjoyed that one too. And yeah, and then the last one on the shelf is Dog Soldiers, which I can get rid of this because I have this on Blu-ray and I don't need this anymore. Didn't even notice it was still sitting there. So yeah, that is going to conclude shelf number 4. Sorry about the long video. It's really tough to get this in there. Again, guys, you know, this is just the standard stuff. We're going to be getting into, you know, the more exciting stuff, I would say, later and stuff when we get into like all the section and shit like that. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it. Leave your comments down below. Enjoy all the hate comments. It's fun as hell to hear them all. And yeah, keep them coming, guys. Peace!